Hello, I'm Leon Panopoulos, and you're listening to Tech Done Fast for the 2nd of March 2024. Let's get straight into the news. The maker of the phone that you're probably holding right now was about to release an electric car before they decided to backflip on it. That's right, Apple, the company behind the iPhone and the Mac, were set to release an electric car and then decided that maybe it wasn't the best thing to do. We never knew much about the product except for in 2017 when CEO Tim Cook confirmed the company was working on a driverless car, and apparently since then, the rest of the company has heard as much about it as we have because it really got Apple nowhere. I doubt any prototypes were made, but it would have been cool to have seen one. It most likely would have come with products integrated such as Apple TV and Apple Music. Well. Speaking of major tech companies developing electric cars, which I never thought I'd say twice in the same episode, Chinese phone and tech giant Xiaomi have developed their own electric car and decided to actually sell it instead of just playing it out. The world's third largest smartphone manufacturer unveiled the Xiaomi SU7 and is set to start selling any time now. Why they started with the number 7, I don't know. But in terms of speeds and specs, it's got tons of cameras for anybody who can't drive properly and needs to hear their car telling you that it's safe to drive, and can do 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 2.78 seconds. Now that's pretty impressive. The car was shown at MWC in Barcelona this week, and there's just one question that comes to mind, and that is whether I would trust a Chinese smartphone manufacturer to build a car for me. And a company that's had its fair share of airtime on this show is shooting for the stars in its upcoming IPO later this year. Reddit is reportedly seeking a valuation of up to $6.5 billion when it hits the market, according to the Wall Street Journal. Even though that number is significantly lower than the $10 billion valuation that the company received in 2021 following a heavy round of funding, it still seems like a lot to me, especially for a company that's still recovering from the strikes last year due to API charges. If that valuation is final, however, the stocks will hit the market at anywhere between $31 and $34 per share. I don't know much about shares, so I couldn't really give you an analysis on that, but the journal can, so I'll link their article in the description. And as our bonus story for this episode, Motorola are trying to make their mark with this generation by introducing their latest concept phone, which doesn't at this point have an official name. The Motorola bendable phone is what I'm going to call it, is one of the most interesting and possibly stupidest pieces of tech I've ever seen. The phone bends, and screen and all, to become a flip phone, a smartwatch, or really anything that you want. It's extremely weird, and it wouldn't be something I'd wear as a watch, which is mostly what they're trying to market it as, mostly because it just looks ridiculously ugly. A huge phone screen wrapped around your hand does not scream out cool to me, and I honestly don't know who Motorola's target market is for this phone, and I don't think that they will find a market for this phone. I'm Leon Panopoulos, and you're listening to Tech Done Fast for the 2nd of March 2024. Have a great weekend.